Adam Silver's interview with Michelle Beadle on Get Up landed with a flourish in the women's basketball consciousness. It provoked my next guest to tweet at my friend Beadle. Elena Delle Donne of the Washington Mystics, a former WNBA MVP, 3 times an All-League selection, and the current WNBA active leader in scoring average. She responded to the NBA commissioner saying, "We continue to cover the negatives of the WNBA as a league, and it's exhausting. We don't get the support and coverage we deserve. We train hard, hone our craft, play our hearts out, and are the best in the world. We absolutely do not get promoted as our counterparts do." Yes, I'm talking about the NBA. When you put millions of dollars into marketing athletes and allow fans to get to know the players on the court, they develop a connection. Fans feel like they know NBA players. How is anyone to get to know me or any of my colleagues if we aren't marketed nearly as much? Those are the words of Elena Delle Donne, who now joins me. It's good to have you here.
Thanks for having me.
It's a pleasure. You evinced a bit of a reaction. Have you heard from Adam Silver, anybody in league world about this?
I haven't, but Adam and I have a great relationship. We text, we stay in touch. So, you know, he's probably happy that I'm voicing my opinion on this one. And actually, right after the statement came out, I had analytics run on my Instagram because that's my most active account. And I realized that 50% of my following is actually women in that age group that he said who aren't following WNBA. So clearly they're interested on the off-court stuff that, you know, I'm getting into. And maybe it's not all the basketball, but that's what we're trying to say is you need to tell the stories and other things about us so you can kind of get that cool factor of what we're all about outside of basketball.
Yeah, when you talk about off-court stuff, what are you referring to?
I mean, just like silly videos with my dog or my wife jumping around a corner and scaring me. Simple things like that, or maybe, you know, what I'm eating or what I'm cooking, but getting away from the just, you know, I'm Elena, the basketball player. Like, that can get boring after a while, but there's so many incredible women in our league with so many varying interests that I know they can connect with so many different people.
I'm going to put a graphic up for the folks at home. It talks about the metrics. And these are numbers. If you don't know the numbers, I know you know them in your gut. Difference in salary, 73 times difference. The difference in finals viewership, 36 times. 104 times different in TV money. And you made reference, it's almost as if it's tiring for you women in the league to have to confront this reality.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it would be nice just to play basketball and do my job, but unfortunately, it's a fight that we're going to have to continue to battle and use our voices and speak out when we feel like something's not right. And I mean, I'm going to go out there and say, too, like, I think WNBA fans might be the most loyal fans because it's hard to find our games. You have to be actively searching to find when's my team playing. You can't just turn on the TV and watch us all the time. So we've got some pretty amazing fans with a great following, and we can grow it if we're just visible and people know about us.
What do you make to the point that Adam made about the demographics of the fan following, that middle-aged men? And you know, you're certainly familiar here in the Northeast with the UConn phenomenon. I've been living here for 40 years in Connecticut. That's the UConn fan base to a large extent. Why is that, to almost not the exclusion, but the diminution of having young women follow the league? Why is that?
I just believe that young women haven't seen us, and you can't follow something that you haven't seen. And it's all goes back to visibility again and connecting with people more than just on the court. You know, we know so much about the NBA guys off the court, about their style, about their interests, about their wives, and all about their lives. But with us, like, you don't know that Simone Augustus collects cool old cars. Like, that's a cool interest. Cappie Pondexter, Stephanie Dolson, they're huge into fashion, like, huge. That's something that for sure would connect with women our age. It's just, who knows those stories?
Yeah.
Not many people, because it's not covered.
Exactly. If you want to learn about my guest, Elena Delle Donne, I'm holding in my hand a copy of her book, My Shot. It is required reading to learn about this Olympic gold medalist. You've started an important conversation out in public, one that's been in the boardrooms, now courtside. We appreciate your time today. Thank you so much.
Thanks so much for having me.